All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am glad you all are here. Good evening to you. And if you catch this at a different time, good morning, good afternoon. Well, I am your host, T.drake, and we're going to talk tonight, DV Night Talk, about the choice was never easy. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Absolutely. So here we go. I'm still yet getting over this illness and praying to the Lord that would remove it. And it's been sticking around a little bit longer than I like. So please bear with me if you hear some coughs. Try to do my best to mute and catch them, but sometimes they slip through. So I will be, of course, tonight really just sharing a little bit about my choice of having to send my son somewhere else. Now, some people might say, well, I would have done that. It's always so easy to comment when you haven't been in that person's shoes and you have no idea all the things that that child has put you through. And at the same time, you're trying to do this to make sure they can have a successful life. Although it may not look like that to them, it may not look like that to others, but see, I know there is a challenge, a really huge challenge waiting for my son when he leaves my home. When he becomes an adult, there's nothing else I can do. I can encourage, I can say some inspirational things to him, but at the end of everything, when he is an adult, I have no say in what he does, his actions and behaviors. So he needs to learn some of that stuff now. And it's not like I haven't been teaching him, but as soon as he hit 16, I knew it was going to be a challenge. I knew because there was a girl involved who I kept telling him was not good for him, but he wanted to chase after that young thing. And I get it. We all had hormones at one time that were raging as young teens, young youth, but it still didn't change the fact that I would tell him all the time, yeah, you need to leave her alone. Leave her alone. So much so to the point he would do whatever he had to do to try to conjure up a lie to figure out a way to get to meet her, to see her. Whatever he had to do, he would do that. Sneak around, do all kinds of things. And he didn't care. He's getting to the point he just didn't care and would say, you don't even know her. I was like, I don't want to know her. I want you to stay away from her. That's what I know. And that's what you need to know to stay away from her. Now, my son, I love him dearly. I still love him dearly. That doesn't change that fact. But what I do know is the choice for me to make the decision about my son, it was never easy. Some people might say, oh, that was an easy decision for you. It was absolutely not an easy decision. If you've ever had to do or send someone away and they were a loved one, you know that that wasn't an easy decision for you to make. You didn't want to have to make the decision, but of course, the person kept forcing your hand to search out other options, search out other ways, other avenues to kind of tend to their actions and their behaviors. So when people say, oh, I would have never done that, I would have never done that with my son or my daughter. Well, I guess it depends on if you knew all of the backstory, which I won't be putting all of that out here. But my son had a lot of backstory, a lot of backstory. So much so that he could be just plain old angry with me. And I get it, right? I could get it, but still, to continue to go down this road of wanting to just be rebellious and not listen, that can't stand, that can't fly. And when you've done everything, you've reached out to programs, you reached out to people, and nobody can seem to help. Nobody has an idea of what to do. And you have to seek out other avenues. And I thank God for the person he sent me to let me know there's this program here. Why don't you try it? I'm like, oh, okay, I will. And sure enough, the Lord provided a way and opportunities for him to be there. So I was excited about that. So once again, if you have children, you want what's best for them. You don't wanna see them going down a wrong road, and if you can help it, you're not gonna sit there and allow it to happen. Now, if you're a parent that doesn't care, that's totally different. You don't care what happens to your son or daughter, you could care less, right? But you don't wanna do that. You don't wanna care less. You want people to understand what you're doing and let them know, like, sharing about my challenge and sharing about what I'm going through as a mother with a son that was super disobedient without question. I had done everything I knew to do within my capability. And when you've done all that you can do, what else is there? You have to find other people, other entities that would want to help. And not everybody can, and not everybody does. And some people don't have the capacity, nor do they have the facility, right? So I was, like I said, I was not happy having to be forced for myself. No, they didn't force me, nobody forced me, but for myself to getting to this point. It's it's a sad thing for me, and when people bring it up, I get emotional about it because I can't wanna see my son hurting and not do anything. Some people don't understand, but if you have to choose between sending your son to a program and watching him be messed with, that's crazy, right? That's crazy. So I have just decided just to share a little bit and really just share from my perspective of I don't want my son to find himself somewhere he doesn't need to be. I don't want him to really be involved with people he shouldn't be involved with, and hoping that when he's at this particular program that he's in, that he will be able to make better decisions, better choices without any peer pressure or anybody else trying to influence it, her or him, right? But my son, it would be a her trying to influence him, and I don't want those influences around him when I'm telling him, like, "You don't need to be doing that." And you try, and you try, and you try to talk sense, you try to reason with him, you try, and then it's almost like scratching nails on a chalkboard. You hear it, it hurts, but for some reason, you wanna just keep playing with it. Like, I am and I had reached that point where I was done talking. I was done trying to make things work. I was done trying to right people's wrongs. I was done trying to do any of that and try to be a fixer for my son when he's getting older. Like being a fixer for him is not what I need to be. I need to be showing him what the different crafters do and those types of things because he needs an outlet. So when I look at the title again and I think about me really documenting this for myself and maybe a few other family members, not a lot, but I'm I was just tired, y'all. I was just really, really tired. This is me just laying it out on the line, all my cards, like I'd done everything I could possibly do, put 'em in anything I could, anything, and still. So I don't know. I can't tell you guys for certain if when he goes into that program and he comes out, he will have changed, or if he will have navigated the system to he observed what he needs to do and just bide his time and leave. I can't tell you that. But I can tell you this is gonna be a journey for my entire family. See, my daughter needs a mental health day. She needed one for today, she needs one tomorrow. She just broke down in tears tonight. Why? Her brother's not here. My other daughter, she broke out in tears on yesterday, so did I. So I know we'll be dealing with a lot of emotion, a lot of emotion. So, uh, if people think I'm closed off for them, it's probably true. But I'm doing my best not to do that. So I just wanted to get on here, like, really briefly, because I'll probably be doing some more DB night talks, definitely about the choices and my journey, and then possibly also bringing up that person, that kind of individual, don't know. So I just have to keep going, keep pushing, living every day, regardless of what it is. Keep him laid before the Lord with my petition just to see how he's going to turn out. I pray he turns out well. I pray that. Like, I don't know. I had to stop and pause and wonder, like, this is emotionally taxing. And then you still have to do life. Like, life's not stopping because of this situation. It keeps on going. It never is. It's not going to stop. Time waits for no man. But I do know this. Sometimes I need to stop and I need to praise it. I need to know how good it's our God. He's so amazing. So I'm going to get off of here because I'm going to keep these different sagas, these different parts of the journey of, sharing about my son and what's going on with him. I'm going to keep them short just so I don't have too much emotion that I can't regulate myself, which I can. There's a lot right there. So, anyway, I thank you guys so much for this. Then I got to go see my my daughter. She came home actually. Didn't go get to see her. She came home actually, and she got an award. My third oldest got an award, and it said spotlight. And my daughter is in the spotlight. I was like, wow, so exciting. Wow, there's something else on the right hand that I'm dealing with. There's something else that comes on the left hand and says, wow, you did a great job. And I'm so happy for her, very happy for her. You know, she has her challenges too, but just knowing we're going to get through this, it's not going to be easy. I know we'll have some good days, we'll have some hard days, but we're going to work it out and we're going to work through it. So I hope you guys have a blessed night, morning, afternoon, wherever you're at. And I will talk to you later, perhaps. But just know if you have to make a hard choice, it's not going to always be easy. You pray and then you move and You don't second guess your mind, you follow through, you do everything you need to do. And we'll see you soon. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna get out of here, like I said. A big kiss from me to you. Remember, I love you with the love of the Lord Jesus Christ. And remember to be blessed, motivated, always inspired to do what the Lord lays on your heart. You guys take care. Have a blessed day and night and morning whenever you guys tune in. Thanks for tuning in. Get through.